Hello everyone, I am Piyush Goyal and I welcome you to Voxcel's YouTube channel. In this video, we will have a look at how to solve true, false and not given. So, as many of students find these difficult to solve, we will see how to solve them effectively and efficiently so that you can get correct answer every time. Without further ado, let's dive right in. So if you have seen my previous video, you should be now known about the ritual. Sorry about that. We will read the title of the passage, The Great Wall of China. So instead of reading this particular passage, we will go straight to the first question. One single part of the Great Wall of China is over 13,000 miles long. So the question is saying one single part of this particular Great Wall of China and its length is over 13,000 miles. So when the answer will be true, when the entire wall is maybe x thousand miles or x 100,000 miles or tens of thousands of miles long, but one particular part is more than 13,000 miles in length. When the answer will be false, when there is no one single part of China's wall that is over 13,000 miles long, or maybe something else. Okay, and when it will be not given, when we don't know, maybe we know the length of entire wall of China, but we don't know whether the single part is over 13,000 miles long or not, or whether we don't, or if we are not given the length of the wall of China, we will say not given. So what we will do, we will start reading. The Great Wall of China, okay, this is a keyword, is an ancient series of walls and fortifications totaling more than 13,000 miles in length, located in northern China. So if you look here closely, they are saying totaling more than 13,000 miles in length. That means, in simpler words, the length of the entire wall of China is more than 13,000 miles. Okay, so how can a single part is more than 13,000 miles when the entire wall is of more than 13,000 miles in length? So obviously this cannot be the case, so we will say this answer is false. I hope it is clear. Moving on to the second question. Emperor Qin Shi Huang wanted to build a wall so that outsiders could not enter China. So this is our name of the sorry about that. This is the name of the person. So we will say it is our sort of a keyword. So this person wanted to build the wall so that the outsiders, meaning to say people who do not live there, who are not natives to China, could not enter China. So if this emperor built the wall so that he can stop outsiders coming in China, so we will say true. But if the wall was built for some other purpose, but rather than stopping outsiders, we will say false. And if we don't know the purpose of building this particular wall, we will say not given, because we cannot say true or false to that. Okay. Perhaps the most recognizable symbol of China and its long and vivid history, the Great Wall was originally conceived by Emperor Qin Shi Huang. So this is our keyword. In the 3rd century BC, as a means of preventing incursions from barbarian nomads. So this particular emperor made this wall, the Great Wall. Why? Because he wanted to prevent incursions, meaning to say invasions, from barbarian nomads. So invasion is used term in regards like if somebody from outside or outlander, like just say do something to that particular, invade that particular country, then we say it as an they prevent incursions from barbarian nomads. So that's, yes, he built this particular wall to stop outsiders. So the answer to this is true. The best known and the best preserved section of Great Wall took approximately 300 years to erect. So these are the two keywords here: the best known and best preserved. So this is one section which is best known, which is famous, and best preserved, kept in best possible shape of Great Wall. But this particular section took approximately 300 years to erect. In other words, 300 years to build. So if this particular section, which is like the most famous, something like that, and the most well preserved section, if it took more than 300 years, or sorry, approximately roughly 300 years, we will say true. But if it took more than, way more than or less than 300 years, we will say false. And if we don't know anything about this particular section, we will say not given. Reading ahead, the best known and the best preserved, these are our keywords. Section of the Great Wall was built in the 14th through 17th centuries AD during the Ming Dynasty. So, as you know, or as you should know, that a century consists of 100 years. So from 14th through 17th century, so these are like 3 centuries. So we will say 300 years approximately. So the answer to this should be true. Next, fourth, the emperors of the Ming dynasty in the 14th to the 17th century ordered the wall to be built. So we have read something about the Ming dynasty, and we have read something about this, but we have to find out whether they ordered a wall to be built in that particular period. So if they started constructing the wall, so we will say true. But if they didn't started constructing this particular wall, if it was like before them, we will say false. But if we don't know when the wall began constructing, we will say not given. Though the Great Wall never effectively prevented invaders from entering China, it came to function as a powerful symbol of Chinese civilization's enduring strength. Though the beginning of the Great Wall of China can be traced to 5th century BC. So when the Great Wall of China, okay, when the Great Wall of China was started to build in the 5th century BC, not in the 14th or 17th century AD. So it was way before them. So they didn't order it, it was like before them. So we will say false. Clear? Hope it is clear. Moving on to the next one. Before the Qin dynasty, wars in China caused the land to be split into separate kingdoms. So when the answer will be true, when the China was split into separate kingdoms because of wars. So there were small kingdoms, small independent states in one particular big land. Okay, so we will say true. When it can be false, or it could be false when, though they were split into small kingdom or separate kingdoms, but the reason was not wars. The reason could be something else, because of geography or religious particular thing. It can be any other reason than wars. We will say false. or when even because of wars, it was not, China was not split into separate kingdoms, it was one big country, or you can say one big kingdom at that particular time. We will say false. And when we don't have any information whether it was split into small kingdoms or not, whether there were wars or not, we will say not given. Okay, moving forward, many of the fortifications included in the wall date from hundreds of years earlier, when China was divided into number of individual kingdoms during the so-called Warring States period. So warring states period. So warring means sorry about that. Warring means basically wars. So war driven states or war torn states, kingdoms we can say also. So yes, China was divided into number of individual kingdoms. So we will say the answer to this is true. Moving forward to the last one. Emperor Qin Shi Huang removed earlier fortifications and used the stone to create the single wall. So when the answer would be true, when this particular emperor Qin Shi Huang, he removed the fortification, okay, and used the stone to create the single wall. So let's just say when he removed the fortification and he decided, instead of small parts of the wall, this should be made into one big giant wall. So, and if he used the stones that were extracted from like earlier fortification to build new wall or to make the single wall, we will say true. But if he didn't use the previous stones or the old stone that came out from the because the walls were pulled down and he used new stones instead of them, we will say false. And when it can be not given, when we don't know if he used old stones or not. Okay, let's see. Around 220 BC, Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor of a unified China under the Qin dynasty, ordered the earlier fortification between states be removed and a number of existing walls along the northern border are joined into a single system. So something was joined into being made into a single system that would extend for more than 10,000 li. A li is about 1/3 of a mile, and protect China against attacks from the north. So yes, this particular king removed fortification divisions and created a single wall, but we don't know that if he used those stones that came from those earlier walls or not. And because of this reason, we will say the answer is not given. Hope it is clear. So this is how you should solve it. We will check the answers: false, true, true, false, true, not given, false, true, true, false, true, not given. So this is how you should solve this reading, or your reading, your true, false, not given. And if you still have doubts, I have uploaded a lot more videos on my YouTube channel. You can go and watch them. We have also uploaded Cambridge books videos too, so that you can understand how to solve different types of questions. And if you are not able to find or understand any Cambridge book, you can watch that particular video. And we are uploading more videos in the upcoming days, so if the video is not there, be patient, it will be uploaded soon of that Cambridge particular book. Or if you want some other particular video, you can comment in the comment section box, and I'm gonna leave link to my website in the description box. You can visit us our website and you can practice your Cambridge readings and listenings over there. And if you want our help, you can contact us over there. We will be glad to help you, as we have helped hundreds if not thousands of students to secure their band 7 or more in writing and speaking. So if you are struggling, if you're not getting more than 6 or 6.5 in your writing or speaking, you can contact us. We will be happy to help you. We will tell you where you are lacking according to the parameters that are given by the IELTS, so that you can improve your weaknesses and secure your desired scores. So I will see you in the next video. Till then, take care and goodbye.